Hey guys, welcome back to another discussion video for School 2017. My name is Morgan, aka the girl who sounds like crap because she's still sick. And over there is Sam, who's red because she is supposed to stay out of the sun, but she went to the sun and then, yeah, you're red. But, yeah, Sam's a lobster and I can't
Honestly,
talk.
I was testing my camera because we've had so many technical difficulties with all of these. So I was testing my camera and I thought there was something wrong with the color or my camera itself. And then it wasn't until I noticed that I'm red that I realized I was even sunburned because it doesn't hurt. It's just super shiny.
It's going to be really hurting tomorrow. I don't know how sunscreen or sunburns work, so I hope this doesn't hurt too bad.
It should be okay. If I could touch it, it's okay. It's just my skin's warm.
Oh,
So goes not having tan skin.
White people problem. But today we're going to be talking about, of course, episode 4. So, I'll quickly, I guess, what happened at the end of episode 3 was the fight, obviously, and then, and between Taewoon and Daewee, because Taewoon sees that Watch is smashed, and then he gets mad, and Daewee and him fight, and then he runs back them. We're going to do the discussion videos a little differently in case you guys didn't notice. We're basically just taking 3 things we each want to talk about and just talk about them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is I think that is nice that the scene between her and Daewee and Eunho, because she goes to deliver chicken, and by the way, I love how the father and the brother escape to go. They're like,
I know.
I need to go do this, and they run away. I love that scene. But she goes to deliver chicken to his house, and she sees that the mom is getting to the fight with the landlord, and he's there, and I can definitely tell that he's embarrassed. But I like the fact that she pretty much was like, "Don't worry, my dad almost lost the house 3 times already. Don't worry about it." And he's like, of course he gets through it, and he's like, yeah, thanks for trying to make me feel better. But I also think that is nice because he's telling her his frustrations, where he's like, if I work hard, does that mean I'm gonna get out of this life? Does that mean I can do better? And she's like, you can do it. She's like, I have a dream, and I think you're gonna do it. You're the smartest kid in our school, and they're having a good conversation. I hope that they remain friends more than a lover relationship. I don't want another love triangle. I just don't want it. I think it'd be awesome.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It has. It's good. It's already set up to become one.
No. I always tell you no, Sam, in the beginning, and it always happens. I always get pissed because I just feel guess what? We'd have a love triangle in School 2013, and that was an amazing show. We had a love triangle in School 2015, and that was a shitty show. So let's not stay away from let's stay away from the love triangles, and let's focus on a good storyline.
Right, because what was it? Strong Woman, Bo Dong Soo, or whatever. That was just 2 people, and that was a really good story too.
Yeah.
You can develop a relationship without a love triangle, but that is besides the point.
But
also too, along with what you're talking about, is the girlfriend of Daewee actually gets off the bus and sees them kind of having this connection too. So I wonder if that's gonna have consequences later on down the road.
I feel like it is, because I feel like she's a very jealous person. Also, how she it was I don't know, it wasn't towards that, but I don't remember what episode it was in, but she goes to go spy on Daewee, and Daewee's with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend's like, tell me, what do you like about me? And he's like, you're pretty. And she's like, and he's like, and you're yeah, I don't remember
everything else.
Yeah,
you're pretty and everything else. And then she's like, okay.
It makes me wonder if maybe he's getting blackmailed to date her, or maybe there's a reason why he's dating her, because she doesn't seem nothing against her, but he just doesn't. She doesn't seem or he doesn't seem that he likes her that much. If that makes sense. But I can definitely tell there's gonna be some fight between Eunho and his girlfriend. But what's the next thing you want to talk about, Sam?
Okay, so I talked about it a little bit last episode, but this one too, is that I think Taewoon is starting to show feelings for Eunho. In the not necessarily kindergarten, I'm gonna pick on you kind of deal, but he was trying to talk about his frustrations, and he's like, do you want to kiss me, or do you want to go out with me, or whatever, and she's like, what is going on? And then he's like, that's how I feel, frustrated with you, but I wonder what would have happened if she had said yes.
I screamed when he said that. I was like, ah! I literally screamed. I wish I could record I might do a Snapchat reaction one of these episodes, because I screamed so loud during this school series. My sister gets pissed at me because she's like, shut up. And I'm just like over in my corner fangirling so hardcore.
Well, then you also have too is like he like acts like she's an idiot and calls her an idiot constantly and everything, but like he gives her rides, and I don't like even though she's acting all stupid and everything, and she's like, but I really need a ride. Like he doesn't have to, he wants to. And then when he was like looking at her arm and everything, it was like, oh my gosh, you got a cut on your arm and everything.
Wait,
was trying to take care of her.
didn't you shove her though? Didn't you
Yeah,
shove her? Like,
he gave her the cut.
actually, like when I was expecting what was gonna happen when I didn't see this episode. I was expecting him to shove her, and then her like getting hurt or something like that, and her being on the ground, and then him being like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," but then realizing that he hurt her too, and then not be able to like just like running away kind of thing. But like I was like kind of pissed because he's like, "You got hurt." I'm like, "Boy, you just hit her. Like, do you not?" Okay, maybe he
You threw her into a chair, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and there, by the way, there was a preview that never happened of Davy catching her. That never happened. So I guess we don't know. I guess that was cut out. But
editing.
Edited out, yeah. But I was just like, no. I definitely love them. I can't wait for more relationships, like them to form a relationship. And I hope they end up together. I hope it's not another, like, story. I'm not gonna say what series this is because I don't want to ruin it for other people, but there's a series where we had a guy and he seemed like the main lead for like 6 episodes in, and then they switched it to a completely new person. And I hope it's not like that. I hope she doesn't switch right away to Davy if Davy's the main character, but usually can tell who the main love interest is because it's right after the main girl. And it's Taewoon and the cast info thing. But the next thing I want to talk about is something that me and Sarah are both going to talk about, and this is the flashback. And I just want to say that it made me cry. I really did cry about it. And I usually, okay, I'll be honest with you guys, I cry more over movies than I do dramas. That's a lie. I cry so easily. Did you see my Goblin Snapchat? I was bawling my eyes out. But in my Missing 9 Snapchat, I was bawling my eyes out during that too. But I cried because first off, I knew the friend died, but I didn't expect it to end the way it did. You can also tell how broken up Taewoon is and how he hates the fact that he didn't cause his friend to die, but he watched his friend die, and his father made him or put it out that his friend caused the accident, which he did kind of cause the accident because he was playing with his phone, and
right.
how he crashed and blamed him for everything, even though he saved everyone. And I can get that Taewoon's like broken up about it. He's like, you can definitely tell he's broken up about it. But I just like, I don't know. I can see why Davy hates Taewoon, but I can't see why Taewoon would hate Davy so hardcore, like how they hate, like, how it seems like it's mutual hating. Because I feel more like regret than anything, or guilt than anything. And I also wonder why his friend freaked out so badly about saving. I don't know, is it because he knew her, or did he like her? And that's the boys are kind of both protective over her because he liked her once.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't know how much fault Davey has. I don't know if that's what Taewoon's been talking about like, do they know what you did? Do you know, like, and I really hope he's not talking about the phone call, because at no point do you ever know what someone's doing when you're calling them, ever. At no point, like, unless the person picks up the phone, and even then it's not the person on the other side's fault. Like, they're calling them. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
It's the person who has the phone's responsibility to understand that they shouldn't be distracted. But at the same time, it's not I mean, they're being stupid, but it's not Taehui's problem either, not his fault either. Who knew that this bus was going to explode all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I mean, who saw that? Like, buses get into accidents all the time, but who saw, like, the spark was all of a sudden going to happen, this bus was just going to go up into flames? I think he kind of, it's more of a regret thing, because his friend was going to take the bike off his leg, and he's like, no, go, like, save people. And so had he been saving people, they probably could have gotten people off the bus faster.
Yeah, because
because he just wanted his friend to go and save people, he'd sent him off, and it took way longer. And I mean, Eunho was on the bus, and so I think that's kind of a little bit of a connection with them too, is Eunho being saved, which makes sense why she was putting the flowers where she was too.
Yeah, I also wonder though that, like, you know, if I don't know, I definitely think there's something to do with the friend. I definitely think that he liked her. I don't know. Like, I want to know their connection because he seems to freak out so much. It can be either like, oh my god, you're from my school, you're my classmate, I know who you are. Uh, I also kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like with the whole thing, I would have done the exact same thing that Taewon did. If I was hurt and I couldn't get the bike off, why waste time with me when you could save someone else? Like,
Right.
I'm okay, just go do it. And I hope that there was a way to like recover their friendship, kind of thing. Also, I'm pissed at the father for blaming him when he saved him. And honestly, like, it's an accident. It happens. There's no reason to like blame each other, I guess, um, for something that happened. Uh, but did you expect the bus crash?
Um, no, I didn't actually. I knew they had said an accident, and I know they had flashed back a little bit, and it made me think that they were both on the same bike,
Uh,
and they got into an accident, and his friend died because of that. I didn't see the that being on two separate bikes kind of scenario happening, but I mean, at that point, like, I don't think that Daehwi has any right to call a murderer because he had no cause in his death. It was an accident. This whole giant thing was a giant accident. There was nothing they could do about it. I mean, he shouldn't have tried to pick up the phone to be distracted, and had he not been distracted, then they probably would have continued driving off. The bus would have never exploded. Blah 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 blah. So, but I mean, you can't blame Dae-hui for making the phone call either.
yeah.
So nobody's really at. I mean, I think the friend who tried to answer the phone's more at fault than anything else.
I was gonna say that too because like although he crashed, it's more like you're the one who looked down and trying to answer the phone call. And but I do feel like there's another something else to the story. There's more
Yeah,
to
I
the
don't think we
story.
got the whole story yet.
I don't think so either. Um, is there anything else you want to add about that crash?
Um, I feel bad that like well, it's kind of interesting how tangled up In-ho is in their lives. It seems like she's going to be there every step of the way, and even she says something about like your guys's lives and histories are going to affect my life too, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's a foreshadowing to the rest of the series of like how their separate lives are going to affect In-ho in a very dramatic way. So that's going to be interesting too going forward.
Yeah. I know. I can't wait to see what else is in store. But what's I guess the last thing you want to talk about since we both kind of talk about
So
flashback?
the last thing I want to talk about was the teacher running laps.
Marshmallow teacher!
And what is his name? Because Morgan has a list of names. I'm horrid with names.
Mr. Shim.
Shim. So Mr. Shim has decided that for every time the students narc on each other, each narc is going to be a lap around the soccer field. Which can we just say he cut corners on those laps. He was just running in circles around the soccer field. He was kind of like cutting corners. He was like going to the like goal box and then like I don't know. But I think it's kind of ridiculous that like he felt the need that he had to punish himself for the students' wrongdoings, and saying that like the less you guys narc on each other, the less laps I have to run. I don't understand like because if he had to like he put a lot of faith in the relationship he has with his students.
Yeah.
Because if they hate him, they're just gonna keep going.
Yeah. I
So
don't know.
that didn't make any sense to me. I don't really get the. I get that the teacher's trying to find a way to like get the students to realize they probably shouldn't punish each other, but at the same time, I don't think that was the way to go about it.
I don't think so either. I think it was stupid to punish. I don't know. I mean, I like that they showed the teacher. Because it shows the teacher is able to sacrifice a lot for his students, and he believes in his students so much that this is the only thing he can do for his students. But what got me angry is the fact that like after day one he got like 100 something, and the next day he got like 60 something, I think. Why are people so narky if they know he's gonna run? I guess it's true, if people don't like him they're just gonna do it anyways, or people don't really care. Another thing is, I thought that maybe they would do it where I'm sorry, thinking where he would run, he would like kind of pass out like he did before, and the students would come over and run with him. But they didn't really do that. The students were just on the side like, oh no, he's gonna pass out. And I'm like, go get him a water. Like,
I know, right? Like, how hard is it to, like, go get fluids?
yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it could have easily gone up from there. I think, no, it was like 62 one day, or 68 one day, and 42 the next day, or something like that. But, like, it could have easily gone the opposite direction. And the students are so scared of being expelled, they're probably just going to continue narking on each other because they need the merit points to, like, counteract the demerit points.
Yeah, and that's so stupid. I'm glad we didn't have that in our school. Did we have that in our school? We didn't have, like, demerit points. I mean, you could get in school, you could get suspended, and I've never heard of anyone getting expelled. Well, we've been in school. But also because our principal was scary as F, like, so scary. I remember he would just talk to me and I'd be like, I'm so scared, don't talk to me.
You remember when I got called to the principal's office? It was for a trip, and everybody thought I got in trouble for me when I was going to China.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Everybody's like, ooh, Sam got in trouble. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Sam did not get in trouble, but I still freaked out a little bit. I'm like, what did I do? Oh, no. Mr. C, if you're watching, we respect you a lot.
Yes, we do. Don't yell at me. I'm still scared of you. But last thing I want to talk about is so in the end of the episode, we have where she goes to run after, and she's running after X because she sees X and was like X, so she runs after him, and then she sees Daewee and she's like, I caught you, because she thinks Daewee's the person. The reason why she thinks Daewee's the person because she the whole demerit thing, she told Daewee, like, wouldn't it be funny if we got, like, the teachers and the principal to give them demerits, and then that happened where they were about to kick people out, and then the slideshow comes and it shows, like, the principal getting demerits, and it was like it was really funny. But now she's like, okay, it's Daewee, like, I know it's him,
right? But Taehoon was in the room at the same time. It probably could have overheard the conversation, so it proved nothing.
Exactly. But for me, she's running after Daewee. She sees him, and then Axe pulls her and grabs her back and, like, hugs her, and he reveals himself to be Taewoon, and I don't believe it. I mean, come on. I mean, the whole mystery of X can't be over now. I don't believe it. I'm not that I don't, okay. I don't know, because, like, I expect that he's a copycat, or maybe, like, you know, I don't know, because why would they ruin things so quickly? I also don't think that it's possible, because, I don't know, he's a marshmallow, although we can clearly see how much he hates his father. I just don't think he'd be able to do something like that, or maybe if he's doing it, he's a part of a group with Daewee, I'm not sure. Although I do think it's sketchy how he would protect her against Daewee, like why? Like, you know, she's running, she's like, I see you, and then he's, like, pulling her back, like, there's no, like, reason to pull her back. It's not like if he sees her, it's not going to be like, I'm going to stab you. It's not like Chow Tae-ho or anything like that. So I don't understand why he had to pull her back to protect her, kind of thing, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I just, like, what did you think about Taewoon?
I don't think Taewoon's working alone. You got the, like, little study group that we're not really sure how they're playing into this. And what's interesting is if, like, Taehui at some point had left the classroom but we just didn't notice, they had said something along the lines of, like, can we trust Taehui? And so maybe he tipped them off, or, like, there's, like, a way to tip them off or something, and, like, a secret connection chat group that, like, we're not aware about quite yet. So I don't know if, like, Daehui has, like, a connection with them and Taehoon's in it or what. But I don't think X is a single person. I think that the person under the hoodie is a single person, but, like, X as a whole entity is, like, multiple people. Because there's way too much going on, and, like, especially with, like, the demerits and everything, how could one person be in that many places at once and catching all those things?
Yeah.
So, and then you had to set up the AV equipment and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a whole process to this. I don't think one person's pulling this off.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But, I don't know, I have a lot more theories to talk about. Because, like, so many theories. Can I talk about my theories? Is there anything?
Go ahead,
do you
have fun.
Do you have another thing you need to talk about? I can't remember. No.
I want to talk about the poem a little bit.
Oh, what poem? What poem?
Her poem when she was, like, talking about X She is a
Just like
psychopath.
you talk about the poem first, and then I'll talk about my theories.
Okay, so it's interesting. Well, Vicky's kind of really nice in that, like, sometimes their subtitlers will, like, give you cultural references and stuff and, like,
Uh-huh.
to make you understand what's going on. And so I found it really interesting that, like, Korean schools will almost force you to voluntarily leave so they don't have to expel you to keep their image up, which that's interesting. But yeah, no, she's psycho when she was, like, at the end, she's like, I'm going to kill you. But she was, like, staring between Taehui and Daehoon, trying to figure out who's going to react the most to this poem of her trying to find him. But she is a psychopath, a little bit.
Yeah.
She is mildly
Yes.
psycho. It's the way she talks to herself, too, when she's like, Ani, Ania, Ania, Antoya, or, like, whatever. Like, she has a little bit of psychosis going on.
Yeah. I just like I don't know. She's a little psycho, but we love psycho people because look at Hagoon. I'm just saying.
I love Shagun at the end.
Yes, me too. Oh, my poor Hagoon. Okay, theories. My theories is that the friend is alive. One of my theories now is that the friend's either alive, or and he's ex or a close friend of the guy, of the friend who died. It's ex. That's my theories. Like, I don't necessarily think the friend's dead because if there's no body, they're not dead. Um, I feel like there's more to the story because there was a scene, I don't know if you missed it, where X was by pictures or by like there's candles and then there was a picture of the three friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if someone's trying to punch them or it's one of the friends. It's just like surprise. So I'm not sure how that's gonna play off. I also think that Taewoon is the one that saved her during Davey. I don't know. Taewoon and Davey saved her during that assembly in the beginning or the end of episode 2, but I don't think he's ex. I really think that I really think that he was being a copycat. I think he's a copycat.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feelings on it. Unless he is X and I'm completely wrong. But I don't know. I get this feeling that he's not X. I feel like there's way too much like time to plan out who really X is. But I do agree there's like a secret society and like it's like it's like too complex and it shouldn't be this simple to figure out. I had another theory, but I can't remember it. But I want to talk about some things. Do you want me to do my final thoughts first, or do you want to?
No, go ahead.
So my over thoughts is, by the way, if I'm looking down, it's because I have notes right here, and it kind of helps me clear my thoughts a little bit more. So, I really want to talk about Eunho's how she her voiceover about how she decided to not catch X because she had a moment where she could catch X with the teachers and stuff like that, but she helped hide him. I like that she said, "If you were to ask why I didn't catch X, I'd say it's because I ended up making friends while searching for him. Not a brave hero who messed with the school, but a friend who are 18 holding on to a pain and scars. 18." An age where you can become friends with anyone. Will we be able to make true friends at this school? I felt like this episode was about standing up for what you believe in and standing in your for your friends and making good friends. I like how in the end the teacher was like, let's get rid of these points and let's start being a family. He's a Hufflepuff, by the way. And also, P.S. Let's stop with the subways, please. No more subways in K-dramas. I went to Subway yesterday and I was like, I feel like I'm in a K-drama. Stop the subway stuff. Also, I just want to say that I'm a little worried, though, because there is so many things that, the show's already trying to do, such as, a romance between Eunho and Taewoon, friendship between her Sering, her family stuff. You have one member with his mom being overprotective. You have the teachers. You have the whole drama between the friends. And you have this mystery. You have a thriller. You have some action in it. And the problems with the parents, teacher drama. And I am just worried that this drama will have too much to juggle and it won't be able to do everything, or else the plotline will be really choppy. So I'm really worried about that, and that things will be at loss. And I also think we'll see more people pretend to be X in the future. And P.S. I love this episode. That's all I gotta say. Your turn.
So to bank off of your there's so many characters. There are a lot of characters, and what I'm finding is that we're getting a character, but we're not getting a lot of character development outside of like the primary three and like a couple teachers. I really like the family dynamic, and I'm curious to see like how that changes as we go through, or if that's just a way to ground her. I want to see. I really hope that X is more of a society than a single person, because I want to know what is going on with the students who are like texting each other and everything, and like, wouldn't the school figure it out? I mean, like, they're all in the same room, sitting like back to back to back with each other.
You gotta remember that in South Korea they have after schools too. So could it sometimes it's not even in the school itself. It's
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
like
after
in one of the
school.
academies or whatever.
But I'm starting to think it's not Daewee. And I don't think he's in that group if it's after school, because Daewee can't afford after school stuff. So it could easily be like they're the ringleaders, and then they're telling Daewee what to do.
Right, but also at the same time they asked if they could trust him. So I don't know how much, like how far in he is.
Yeah.
And I really think that there's more to the accident story than what we're hearing, and I think we're going to get more of that story as we go on too.
I think so too. But anyways, you guys, I've enjoyed this discussion video. I'm so stuffed up. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Okay. Bye! Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please feel free to give it a like. If you would like, you can subscribe to our channel. And if you want to check out our last week's discussion video, click somewhere on the screen, because it'll be somewhere up here. And we will see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Not really bye, but bye.